Hi, I'm Kevin, and this is my vlog. This one I'm going to be talking about FUGE, but I'm recording it a little bit after the fact, so my memory might be a bit shaky on all that sort of stuff. But anyways, let's just jump right into it. The mission track I got placed in was social ministry track, and so we did a bunch of different stuff, and our group name was the Gauchos, and my group leader, his name is Nathan. I really enjoyed him. I'm going to be talking a lot about him, probably. Just because, he was only like 2 years older than me, but like he was really wise and committed to the mission that he was given and all that kind of stuff. And he was a really good Bible study leader as well. And he had a lot of interesting personal stories that really connected well to the Bible study topics every day. And it was cool. I enjoyed him. But yeah, as for our actual mission track stuff, the first day what we did was we went to a Goodwill, and it was like the central Goodwill where they send all the stuff that isn't getting bought at other Goodwills, and they sell it at like a super discounted rate, and you basically just get a big chunk of stuff, and based on how much it weighs, you just pay a flat rate per pound. And so my responsibility actually consisted of moving books from one big container to another big container. So that was a blast doing that for almost 3 hours. So I mean, it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for as far as mission tracks go, but I mean, it's doing important work, and it's helping to make other people's lives a lot easier. So I'm not going to be bitter about it or anything. So yeah. The next day, we went to a couple different nursing homes, and I forget what we did at the first. I'll get back to it later. But at the second one, there were only like 4 or 5 older ladies who were there, and we were just talking with them, and like they were old, and they weren't necessarily like independent and on their own, but they were so, like, the biggest advice that all of them offered us was just stay in church, continue to grow in your relationship with God. And so it was really interesting to see that even though they were old and they've been through a lot in life, that they would still hold so strong and believe so deeply in the gospel and in Christianity. And so that was really cool for all of us, and we would sing hymns with them as well. And people, for some reason, didn't think that I was a singer and were trying to pick on me by us singing hymns. So yeah, I guess I just forgot to mention that I do actually sing, so whatever. But yeah, we did something else that day, like another nursing home, but for some reason I'm totally blanking on it. So anyways, the next day, what we did was we went to an apartment complex, and there were some kids living there, and they apparently come there and get lunch every day. And so what we did was we went and had lunch with them and talked with them and hung out with them, and then we played a bunch of games outside. And while we were on mission site the third day, something they'd been doing at FUGE, every day there would be like a different theme to the day. Like the 4 themes were be his, be last, be real, and be bold. And so every day they had a student from the camp go up on stage during the worship service and talk about an experience in their life where they had to do the thing of the day. And so the third day was be real. And while we were on site, my group leader, Nathan, came up to me and was just like, hey man, I was thinking about it, and I want to ask you, is there ever a point in your life where you really had to be real? And so I told him about an experience I had on my youth choir mission trip recently. And it's just like, cool. You know what, I think we should try to see if you can be the one to get on stage for the B moment, the thing where you talk about your experiences in being whatever attribute it was for the day. And so I actually got the opportunity to go on stage and share that story, and that was really meaningful to me for a lot of reasons, because I've spent a lot of time in my life sort of like living the church thing and the school thing and just like all facets of my life, living them really separately. And so being real is something that's become really meaningful to me recently, since I've come to a fuller understanding of what it is to really be the same person in all aspects of my life. And so it was awesome that, you know, God placed me in social, because even though I wanted evangelism, Nathan, the group leader, was in social, and he just had that perception to realize that I was the right person to ask to do the B moment that day. So yeah, that was just really meaningful to me, and it's just another proof that God just always puts me in the right place at the right time. So yeah. So and then the final day, we went to 2 more nursing homes. At the first one, we played Pictionary, and I had a conversation with an old man named Richard, and the first question he asked me were, what were Newton's 3 laws? And I was like, well, let me tell you. And so we bonded over physics, but we didn't get to talk for very long because there was another guy in our group talking to him about like his experience in the military and stuff like that. So, unfortunate. Couldn't have all the physics bonding, pun intended. So yeah, and then the next home place we went to was... I'm blanking on this one as well, but it's going to come to me in just a moment. I believe in myself. Oh yeah, we went to another nursing home and we played bingo with the residents, and let me tell you, the bingo game was intense, and the intensity was real. But it was just fun to really just hang out and just play bingo with the elderly folks. And yeah, we got really into it, and it was competitive and intense. So just kind of us being ridiculous people. And so, except for me apparently forgetting what we did first on Wednesday, that's pretty much the long and short of what I did on mission site. So, I think that's all I'm going to say for this video, because it's already running pretty long, and I don't want it to be another 15-minute video that I have to break up into multiple parts. So, all that to say, stay beautiful, YouTube.